Well, hello there, humans, bees, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and whoever you're lucky enough to be doing it to. I'm Bushka Blitz, and today I'm going to take you through a couple of games that I had, which were, well, two of them are quite fun, and one of them is just flat out hilariously, stupidly good, and is my highest damage total that I've had in forever, and nearly surpassed my highest damage total ever. In fact, it's very, very close. I'll have to go back and check, but it's either the first or second. And this game is a game I had in the Cent 7-1 on the NA server. Now you can see the difference in the three games. One of them is on Asia, and you can see like 130 ping. The other one is on NA, which is 250, and the last one's on NA as well. And these are just big, fun games that I've had this week. Playing tanks, I enjoy playing for the most part. And one of them I was playing just because I got so sick of all the camping that was going on, I decided to camp too. And this one is obviously a tier 10 game in a tier 9 tank. Now the Cent is off maligned. A lot of people don't like the tank. A lot of people carry on about it being nerfed and no good and all this kind of stuff. And that's fair enough. Completely get it. I'm all on board if you don't dig the tank. I really like it. And for some reason, it resonates with me. I win a lot in it. I do really good damage games. I'm very, very happy driving it. And it just works. Now, I've gone the flank, and I'm right on the edge of the flank. And you can see there's 215B here with me. There's an Object 704 here with me. There's another medium behind me. I think it's a 140. And I'm just working the numbers here as a push middle. I got here fairly quickly, and I was expecting this kind of a move from the red team. So we've made hay while the sun shines. Our 183 is going to put himself in an obnoxiously bad position, and then start yelling at me for not coming and saving him. But you get that in Blitz. You get a lot of people who don't like how the game's turned out and then proceed to blame the world for it. Now, I know that I can't push out on the left here. There is a grill in that corner. There are two 704s in further. And in fact, if I push up into that area there, I'm going to be lit up like a Christmas tree and absolutely deleted. So what I'm going to do is just put good shots in here. And you can see that 183 already making a bit of a clown of himself. He's carrying on like a pork chop and telling everyone to move. I think he should be typing less and probably playing more. But there you go. This, I don't know how this bounces. Seriously, I should have just rolled heat. And I put another one in there, blind shot to see if he'll pop. And lo and behold, doesn't go anywhere near him. That grill is still there. I'm looking for opportunities. He's finally moved out a little bit. And I really love playing this tank because the gun is gorgeous. You can see we get a great roll in there and set him on fire as well. And then we're just going to finish off, tap him one more time. Someone else hits him as well, and we do the cleanup. So we could start moving up now, but really it's too late. I'm spotted as soon as I try and move out there. There's a 704 right down that laneway, and there's still another 704 at the back. So moving out is not going to do us any good at all. And to be fair, we've had shots the entire time. It wasn't like we were unsighted and just sitting here doing nothing. We have not stopped firing the gun. And we played this fairly solidly. We put ourselves in a position to really do that. Finally, you think you're going to get it. We bounce him again. We actually bounce him again. I'm like, you can't be serious. The reason I'm rolling APCR is I know if I roll heat, there is a chance that it's going to roll low. I could have done it in two shots anyway. So there's three now. There's a 704, a low hit point IS4, and an IS7, who is somewhere around this area here. Now, I'm going to push around to the far end of the map and start doing things a little bit sneakily. And you can see these two are still having a chat, still carrying on. And I'm expecting someone to jump in the cap here. It's generally what happens. The 704 is still saying, just sad, hid behind a building. No worries, guys. Settle still. I'll carry you. We nut that 704. Just peeking there. Now I'm peeking just to see, because the Cent has very, very good view range, and I have optics on it. I find it hilarious that the FV is upset at me for being in the exact same position he was in. He was on the same flank in the same area. I don't know what you're upset about, buddy. You did exactly the same thing I did, but you did it worse, and that's why you died. Now we're moving along here. I can see one's in cap. What I want to do is poke into these bushes just up here above the cap circle. I'm not knocking that tree over. I don't want them to know where I am. And I'm waiting to see if I can find that 704. Sorry, not the 704, the IS4. There he is. He's popped on the right-hand side. We're just looking. We'll have a crack at a shot. You never know if you never go. And then we pull back. Now, surprising to me, I didn't get spotted there because the IS-7 was obviously behind a structure, and that 704 maybe was so low with a bush just in front of him and just in front of me that it didn't let him see. So I'm now going to go way out in the flank. I know where the IS-7 is. Don't have to worry about him. I can move here, and I'm going to have to Kolobs to kill this one too. I'm going to have to Kolobs in a sense 7-on-1 in a tier 10 game, and also get 5 kills. So let's see if we can do that. There's the cleanup on the heat. Got plenty of time. Minute 17, but we always worry about IS-7s because IS-7s, as you know, can be buggers of a tank to pen. We make sure that we get a good shot on him. We still miss it. We angle up. He sets me on fire, and I'm thinking, don't do this. Seriously, mate. And then I'm going to use this 215B here. Going to drive up towards him. I know he doesn't have a lot of gun depression, and if he can only see my turret, it's a much tougher shot for him. And then we're backing up, so he can only shoot at my turret. That's all well and good. And now we're happy enough just to go on a hit point change, and I can take one from him and still do the business. He obliges me by driving around there. That means I'm going to be able to use APCR into the back of him, which is all for the good as far as I'm concerned. And we get the Kolobs, we get 5 kills, we get the mastery, we get the we get a few, and I tell him, you're welcome. Well, I mispronounce it, misspell it, mistype it, fat fingers, good work. You're welcome, you're welcome. Top Gun, 5 kills, the Oskins medal, lots of good stuff. Kolobs 1304 XP, love it, love it, love it. This game I put in here because this is just so much fun. This is on the Asia server, you can see 130 ping, love it. And what I'm going to do is push up to the left-hand side of the map here, the north side of the map, and I'm going to look for an early spot for the team, see if I can't see these guys pushing through, if they're pushing really hard. And I'm also going to have to go a little bit further into the bush than you'd like. That's because the 62A's only got 5 degrees of gun depression, and I won't be able to get the shots off here if I'm here. You can see how the gun depression's up, but I'm expecting that. So I get the spot, and then I get the shot, and then I pull back. I'm going to let camo completely reset, okay? And then I can see that there are 6 tanks from my team in this alleyway here. There's not going to be a lot on offer here, and I've only got 1 spotted there. So what I don't want to happen is have all their tanks streaming around the flank. So I've reset camo, and then I'm going to bust around here. Now you see, when I get around, I start looking to change ammo types, because what I'm expecting to find here is that grill 15. You can see they're starting to populate over there. That 48 didn't run, so I'm assuming he had help here. I'm thinking the grill's going to pop, so I get ready to fire HE, but it's not the grill at all. It is, in fact, a T54E1. Now, 54E1 can be a nasty customer, but the 62A's turret is still pretty strong, and he's not the most mobile of tanks. So what I'm trying to do is just face hug the pants off him. He's now on a full reload, and we've got super nice DPM in this tank. So you can see, there we go. And as we knock him off, I can see the grill's over there, trying to keep the rock between me and the grill. And we do exactly that. We don't take a single shot from that grill, which is pretty freaking epic as far as I'm concerned. And I'm going to let this grill make the epic TD mistake of pushing up on the medium. And there he's done it. Oh, don't do that. Don't ever do that. Ever, 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 ever. Never push on the mediums, guys. If you're in a TD and you push on the meds, you better sure as hell know that you've got them completely covered, because if you don't, then you are going to be in big strife. Yeah, absolutely no chance. So now what we're going to do is clear the flank completely alone, clear both those tanks, and roll like hot hell over towards the middle of the map again, and just drop a ton of damage. Adrenaline should be up by the time we get there. We're going to have side shots into 4 tanks. The other 6 tanks on the team have held off their 5 tanks rather admirably. They haven't lost a whole heap. They haven't played badly. They've just held. I've cleared the flank. and we're going to roll up in here, and Bobby's your mother's brother. This is what you get for all your hard work when you clear a flank on your own. You get free shots into tanks that just absolutely have been holding on by the skin of their teeth and are now in severe distress. This is all over for the guys in the red team. They know it. I know it. Let's clear that 48 A1. Happy days. And onwards and upwards. And looking for the 6 kills. We're not going to get it. We're going to get another 5 kill. Fair enough. They deserve it. The team did really, really well. And we did a very, very nasty 5,000 damage. Great game that. That was a great, great fun game for me. A lot of fun. Reading the map perfectly like that. Knowing, getting unlucky and having the 54E1 pop was a nasty surprise. We managed to handle that fairly well. Now, finally, I have just a monumental damage game in the Death Star. I have an enormous stroke of luck in this game, and then I have a couple of really bad luck moments as well. Either way you look at it, it is a pretty fun and pretty funky game. Now, I'm not going to carry on about the Death Star at all. I'm over it. Like, it's in the game. Wargaming aren't touching it. And I can see why. Like, the thing must be an absolute cash cow for them. People play so hard and they play through tanks they absolutely hate to get this tank. And I reckon this would be the tank and the line that inspires more war chest purchasing than any other line in the game. Now, if you're wondering what I'm doing here, I know they've got 2 mediums. I'm expecting the team's gone right. I'm not even looking at the right. I'm expecting the meds to pop here. And I want to hit them up as they come to the flank. Eventually I figure maybe they're just not coming. Because there is no one there and it's over a minute into the game. And I think, well, they've got 2 183s. Let's just mosey on at the top and see if there's any shots available. Now, I'm going to put a damage counter up on the top right-hand side of the screen so you can have a squeeze at the action as it happens. There we go. There's our first shot. 1,269. That's where we're at the moment. Still unspotted. Why not stick? If you're not spotted, stick around. Right about now, those mediums that we were expecting to pop start turning up on the map. There's one, there's the Object 140, and much more to the detriment of my health is going to be a T-54 that pops on my left. But before that happens, let's have an ammo rack. 3,243 with 2 shots. You've got to be happy with those kind of numbers. And there's that 54. Now, we're going to deserve this because we are in spawn. We were expecting him to pop up. And the IS-4 says, F spotting the damn TDs. And he is absolutely right. Everyone that's spotted the TD in this game so far has paid for it severely. Big comeuppance. Now, one of the things I like to do with Hesh is just hit tanks that you don't get to pen otherwise with big doses of alpha. So there we go. 3,755. I carry 6 Hesh and 6 AP. I'm starting to think that when we run the Death Star for a bit of fun and giggle, I'm going to start running 5 AP and 7 Hesh. Because I get so much mileage on the 183 out of firing Hesh into very, very hard targets, like the turret of that T-54. Now, I'm never going to get a pen on that thing, but if I can touch him with Hesh, it's 500 damage every time I do it. I mean, it's insane, isn't it? The power of that 183mm gun is a joke. 4,268 damage. We are just literally doing little bits and pieces, and it's getting there, right? But we're now 3 on 5. Our 268 is up here. He's getting pushed on pretty hard. There's another hammer over there, and we are going to roll on out here. Now, we're all about the damage numbers. Did you see that 183mm shell whistle past? This, if we had a fired AP there, would have been even more damage. So at the moment, we take another mosey on up to 4,800, and we are looking at some lovely numbers. I'm rolling and running, and I'm going to push up here on the hill and watch how I use this hill to get the gun down into the lower glacis. Oh yeah, 183 play deluxe. Big roll, 1,200 plus, 6,090 damages. So we're at 6,090 damage, and there are still 3 tanks on the board. Remember that Hesh? This is why I'd like to roll another Hesh into the ammo loadout. Because I'm finding a lot lately that when I'm getting hull down tanks and I just splash them, it's a fantastic, fantastic thing to do. and 525, and we completely take him out with Hesh there. 6,615 damage. We reset the camo. It's 2-on-2, and we are looking at some very big numbers. Now, I know that I'm on a big score here in the tank because I've only got 5 AP rounds left. And if you've only got 5 AP rounds and you haven't been missing, then you have some serious numbers. Now, this is a little bit unlucky. He was waiting there for me. And in fact, that 183 has a brilliant game. That shot was absolutely crucial. Hey, without that shot, this is an easy win for my team, I reckon. But he was sitting there waiting. That 57 heaver, that's one from the clip. He sees me on 443, knows he can clip me out. He thinks he'll have a crack. We take one. And there we are on 8,299 damage. That's a phenomenally large amount of damage. I don't know what to tell you. 8,300 damage, and I mean, if we had been firing AP at that 62A, would have been even bigger. Now, this is where this guy gets me, Stone Cold gets me, and I say good game as soon as he gets me, because I was not expecting him to be ballsy enough to move up there. I was thinking he was on that corner. He'd probably still be sitting on that corner, but no, hats off to you, mate. You played very, very well and did the right thing. 8,300 damage. I actually couldn't believe it when I saw the damage numbers. It's been ages since I scored over 8,000 damage. Bunch of 7Ks over the past year or so, but it's been forever since I got over 8K. 8.3K. You need the rest of the team to have rough games when it comes to these kind of numbers. And you've got to have a little bit of luck on your side. And pretty much that was a couple of really, really good rolls and some lovely ammo racking work on that IS-7. So that's 3 games. 3 games of love, justice, and general frivolity on Bushka Blitz. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure if you like World of Warships, you go and follow that account as well. That YouTube account is Bushka on Boats. There's a link on the front page. If you like a bit of giggle and a bit of laugh, go to the Facebook page. I've started putting up a lot of shorter videos. And if you like a generic chortle, follow me on Twitter at Bushka on Blitz. And always check out the webpage too, because it's got all the good playlists up on the webpage, bushkaonblitz.com. The win rate, tactic guides, the gameplay guides, the streams, all that stuff, the top 5 lists, all that kind of thing. Anyway, until next time, boys and girls, look after yourselves and stay safe on the battlefield.